I was enjoying the peace of nature alone at a mountain camp, surrounded only by the rustling leaves and the soft whispers of the wind. Just then, someone approached quietly. Turning my head, I saw a man carrying a large backpack and holding a map in his hand. At first, I was surprised, but when our eyes met, he nodded with a warm smile. I felt a sudden warmth, as though I had known him for years. This stranger's name was Sam, and our small talk by the campfire gradually created a connection between us. His presence in that quiet moment was like a secret we both shared. Sam looked as though he'd come from a long hike. He seemed tired and in need of a break. I offered him a place by my campfire, and he gladly accepted. Sitting together under the stars, we shared the small stories of our lives. I told him about my love for nature and how it gave me a sense of peace. He shared his own adventures in the mountains. His relaxed demeanor and adventurous spirit captivated me. It felt as if I were talking to a friend I had known forever. That night, the connection between us began to deepen, and a quiet understanding formed between us. As the night went on, the warmth of the fire and the coolness of the breeze brought us even closer. Even in the silent moments, I felt a growing closeness between us. His attentive gaze and the depth in his eyes stirred an inexplicable excitement within me. I felt both safe and a little nervous around him, with a flutter in my chest that I hadn't experienced before. I wanted this moment to last forever. Everything was perfect. Even the silence carried meaning, as if everything was naturally falling into place between us. Then, Sam moved a bit closer and lightly touched my hand. That small contact had a profound impact on me. It was like reconnecting with an old friend, but also feeling something entirely new. My heart started racing, and when I looked into his eyes, I could tell he felt the same way. We both knew there was a hidden pull between us, something unspoken. As our eyes met, an unbreakable bond seemed to form in that gaze. Watching his face in the firelight, I realized I'd never felt such a strong connection before. We continued talking, laughing, and sharing memories. I found myself opening up completely, as though I were letting out secrets I'd kept hidden for years. Sam, too, responded with the same openness. I felt entirely myself around him, as though I were seeing someone who wasn't just a friend, but someone deeply familiar in my heart. These emotions flowed freely, even as part of me worried they might be fleeting. But at that moment, everything felt so natural and beautiful that I didn't want to think of anything else. As the night stretched on under the stars, Sam quietly said, "I'll always remember this night." His words resonated deeply within me because I felt the same way. Sharing this night together was something unique, something we both sensed was special. With him by my side, I felt both strong and vulnerable at once. We sat close in the quiet, unspoken connection between us filling the air. In that moment, it felt like there was only the two of us, and the world around had completely faded away. As the fire began to die down, I realized I didn't want to leave his side. I looked at Sam, feeling the pull between us growing stronger with every second. Driven by a sudden courage, I placed my hand over his. Sam smiled gently, and our hands met. Even that small gesture created a powerful impact within me. Sitting there with him, I felt like I'd escaped the chaos of life, existing only in this moment. In the peaceful silence of the night, my attraction to him grew stronger with each passing second. We spent the rest of the night together, simply sitting side by side and gazing at the stars, finding a profound sense of peace. When morning arrived and I had to say goodbye, I felt a mix of happiness and sadness. The brief time I'd shared with Sam reminded me of the strength of an unexpected connection. I thanked him, and we went our separate ways, but I knew I would carry the memory of this night with me forever. Sam would always hold a special place in my heart. I knew I would never forget this night we shared together.